been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and dale to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid. But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee, dee-dee, a fwit-dee-dee-dee-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Ya-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Adventures waiting further down the road. Let's go! Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Ya-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie.
Hello, welcome to Horror Will Be Backlit. Hang on, let me see if I can turn the light on. It'll be easier that way. Better, slightly better. Okay, welcome to Flash Phantasmagoria. It is not Gothic horror gaming, but we are here. Yeah, I love this London. Good time zone. As we broadcast all throughout the lands. Yeah. Hello. Just got back from breakfast. Brunch. We call it brunch. Grandpa is watching the baby, so we got a chance to actually go out for once, which is nice. Doesn't happen often. Especially with the stressful as things have been. So it's a good time. Before we get started, we're going to talk about stuff. talking about our friends 3D2U, whom we adore. 3D2U.org. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Apparently, I was told last night that the Smithville Renaissance Festival is happening this weekend, which is kind of nuts. Or at the very least, something is going on in Smithville. There will be people there. You should check it out if you live anywhere close to New Jersey. But check out their stuff. I know they will be vending at the New Jersey Renaissance Fair throughout the month of May. I think at least halfway through May and a chunk of June as well, now that it is a 4-weekend festival. So definitely check out their stuff, 3D2U.org. I'm also going to promo, because why not, Mondays with Lady Prudence. She's awesome. And I need to hang out with her more often. So check out Lady Prudence on Mondays when you get a chance. Whenever she is available as well, because driving through Texas, apparently everyone's having trouble. Let's see. Yes. Destination D&D, which was part of the crawl in the beginning. Destination D&D for all of your D&D needs in different places, including in the castle that you see in front of you. That is Muncaster Castle. There will be a tour happening in July. So if you are interested, you should definitely look into that sooner rather than later. But yeah, Destination D&D. And then, okay. So I wrote this awesome book called Dread. I'm very proud of it. But I am really excited about the cool artwork, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about right now. Boop. This is from my friend Devin Borkowski. Her website is devinborkart.com. She is a member of the Rappahannock tribe. She does amazing artwork. Some of it, like you see in front of you, is very macabre. There's a lot of really spooky stuff that she did for my book, which I'm really, really proud of. She's also done sort of modern takes on tribalism and what being a native person means to her, a lot of other things. So definitely check out her stuff. It's awesome. devinborkart.com because she's really cool. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button. I don't know why I always do that. Anyway, hello. Welcome to Flash Phantasmagoria. Phantasmagoria, things like unto a dream. So I like to think of it as just to the left of reality, where let's say, if you're having a dream and you walk through your house, it's usually not actually the layout of your house. There's usually something a little off, a little weird about it. But generally speaking, in your brain, you're like, no, this is my house, even if things are a little weird. So that's what we're going for, is things are a little weird, but not horribly off per se. Although today I wanted to write about a simple haunted house. So we'll get there in a minute. Flash meaning something short. Flash can be like a tattoo. So a tattoo that usually takes less than an hour to do. Flash can mean any writing that is under 1,000 words. So those are usually, sometimes I've heard them called cigarette stories, where you could go out, read it on your phone while you're having a smoke break. Sometimes I've heard them referred to as like drabbles. So drabbles are like 100 words or less. They're even shorter. But your goal here today is to create something, whether or not you think it's finished, within the context of the time that we have. So we're going to try to go for like 5 minutes. And last night, while we were doing the Gothic horror stream, only briefly, because we were both really tired. There's been a lot of not being able to sleep well. I mean, like I said last night, we have neighbors who get really, really excited when the Phillies games are on, which happened yesterday. We have another neighbor who has several dogs and they don't all get along. So anytime he comes home from work, all the dogs go crazy and start barking really, really loudly. So we have been dealing with quite a bit of not sleeping. And last night was not an exception to that rule. We did have quite a bit of not sleeping going on. When we went upstairs at the end of the night, we accidentally woke up Helly because it's probably me. I was being too loud. But then she fell back asleep. But then at 4:00 in the morning, I think because the neighbor's dogs woke her up, she woke back up again. So I went in there to try to coax her to go back to sleep, which did eventually work. But I also fell asleep on the floor because toddlers. So yeah, I need a nap today. But at least we got some sleep, which is good. But you can understand where yesterday our minds were not doing things. So I'm here today, and as I was talking about a lot of different things last night and just things that have been weighing on my mind, I realized coming around to this that what I wanted to do today is just create a simple start to a spooky haunted house story. So that's why I wrote A Simple Haunted House as the title for this. So that is where we are starting today. A Simple Haunted House. So now we get to do prompts from those of you watching or watching on replay. So, okay. Strange. I have whipped vanilla frosting hanging out with me. I feel like maybe that's got to be in there somehow. I don't know. Let's put in a food. We'll put in some kind of food. Any food at all. I need a suggestion of some kind of food. It could be hot dogs. It could be frosting. It could be cake mix, mac and cheese, any number of things. Ooh, scones or scones, depending on where you're from. Scones, not sconces. I like scones. Let's go with scones. So a pastry that you would have normally. I would associate that with either having tea or with having like a breakfast with some nice pastries with it. So scones. Scones are more dense than a lot of other breakfast pastries. And keep that in mind. It's like a cakey kind of thing. Usually they're triangles. Cake triangle. Think cake triangle, but not like a piece of cake where you cut the cake into a triangle. It's already made into a triangle. Anyway. Okay. A Simple Haunted House. Scones. And let's do, I want to do a location per se. Something unusual outside the front door. It's going to be your version of a haunted house. You have to involve scones in some regard. And something unusual, like when you open the front door, it's an abandoned mall parking lot. It's a field. It's cows. It's fire trucks. It's anything. Something is outside the front door. Okay, well, you made me laugh, so now I gotta go with it. A walrus. There's a walrus in front of the door. Believe me when I tell you that walruses are way bigger than you think that they are. So I have seen them up close and personal. Not in like their natural environment. I've seen them at like, water parks and stuff like Shamu kind of situation. They are enormous and pink. Big pink things. Oh, and they sweat like brown. It looks like they sweat blood. I don't think that they actually sweat blood, but they're weird looking. Anyway, walrus. Okay. So that's what we've got. A simple haunted house, scones, and a walrus outside the door. Now I need to pull up my stories. Today is the 10th. All right. Now here's the goal. I'm going to bring up some music. It is from a site called Breaking Copyright. I will give you all of the information about the music. When we start, you have about 5 minutes. How long is the piece? Okay, that one's 4 minutes, so it should be fine. You have about 5 minutes to write something. Hang on. Let me get my phone so that I actually have a timer to do this. Bear with me. There it is. Okay. Well, putting 5 minutes on the timer. You have 5 minutes to create whatever you want based on these prompts. Cool. Now, let me share my screen with the eerie and scary ambient noise today. Add to stage. So this is from Breaking Copyright, and I will put the description here. It is from the quote scary music playlist. This is Mehul Sharma, Curse, under a Creative Commons license 3.0. You can find information about them over here. If you can't or don't want to give credits, contact. Yeah, no. Why would you do that? Okay. So putting this here, crediting the person in the chat who actually created it, Mehul Sharma. It's called Curse. And we are going to play this in the process of creating our thing. Don't think too much about it. That's what I'm going to say today. Don't think too much about it. Keep it simple. 5 minutes on the clock. Here we go. See you on the other side. Ooh, that's
In my line of work, if you snooze, you lose out on making money. With H&R Block, I can file.
Hush, you. "45 seconds. Down to our last 15 seconds. This is not my best work, but that's okay. We did it. There we go. All right. A simple haunted house, scones, a walrus outside the door. Here's what I came up with today. Feel free to share yours on the Discord, which we will talk about in a moment. This was meant to be a simple haunted house. We investigate haunted houses. This one appeared no different. An old brick thing built in the 1940s, decently in good shape. When you first walked in, it always smelled of blueberry scones and tea, like some creepy Englishman was having a brunch break just around the corner of the kitchen. For the walrus, that wasn't what I was expecting. It was just a standard check over the house before we started recording for the podcast. I looked through every closet and determined where to place cameras. Cheryl checked the basement. She was actually into it, checking the basements to see what kind of vibe they gave off. And then, thinking it was another closet, I opened the back door and screamed. Cheryl charged up the stairs from the basement in time to see me drop my expensive recording equipment. There, on the back stoop, a stuffed walrus. That's it. An idea doesn't have to be good to just be an idea. Let it be valid that it just exists. If there is anything that you would like to share, you can share it in our Discord. If London can throw that up as well, I will throw that onto the screen. Yeah. Yeah, Discord. Ta-da! Come find us on Discord. Copy that link or type it out. Maybe you're very good at typing quickly. We are on Discord. Come check us out there. Flash has its own space there. So does Gothic Horror Gaming. So does all of the other things. Oh. Okay. You wrote nothing. My last piece wrung me out like a towel. But that was the fan fiction that you wrote for Gothic Horror. Am I correct? So you just, I have to do this thing and then I'm done. Yep. Yes, exactly. I exist like that. Maybe next time, London, please remind me Maybe next week, just for the heck of it, we'll write fan fiction about one of the people on the stream. It'll be fun and stupid and very respectful. Anyway, thank you all for joining me today and just being a part of the creative process. That's all you need to do. You made something today. I made something. It doesn't have to be great. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't even have to be really well inspired, but I sat down and I did things. That is enough to be proud of today. So, thank you all for joining me. I will try to work on the wobbly audio and see what's going on with that and why that is an issue. Because I did all the crediting correctly, I thought. I don't know. I'll look into it. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Have a good day. And congrats. You made something. Good job. See you soon.